everyone, hope you have a lovely day. In this video I'm going to show you some of the most amazing quality of life features for iRacing that once you will know about them and once you will know they exist, you won't be able to race without them. All of those are free, and honestly, when I've learned about them, I was just mind blown. So let's start with what I think it's probably one of the most useful for a lot of drivers. This is iRacing stats, and by the way, all the links will be in the video description. But what you can do with this, you can pick your series, for example the Ferrari 296 GT3, and you can see a lot of stuff. Same for races, splits, but most importantly is this tab right here with expected lap times. With the slider of iRating, you can just put your iRating right there, and then you will see, for example, here you see the qualifying lap for that iRating, what's going to be a fast lap or an average lap. And this is quite useful because you would know what you should be expecting. And while practicing, this is a great tool for motivation because you will just kind of know what the others will be doing, so you can have some clear goals. You can also see like splits and each race individually. You can see the drivers there, what lap times they did. So all in all, it's a great tool. But most importantly, I think the biggest features of this is just that iRating slider, because it gives you an idea of what you should be achieving. It gives you some purpose, some motivation, but at the same time, it's quite good, I have to say. Those lap times are quite accurate, so it's a great tool. Make sure you use it, make sure you know about it, and try to beat those lap times. Next on the list is iTelemetry. This is a really good tool for endurance racing, especially because what this tool does is basically what there says here: live timing from anywhere. And when they say anywhere, they really mean it. You can use it from a computer, a tablet, a phone, it doesn't really matter. And what this does is you can see the session, and these are live session. And once you pick one of them, you'll be able to see in real time all the drivers. You can see this track map overlay right here. You can see their lap times. You can see the stints, the laps. You have a great overview about what's going on into that session. And for example, for endurance racing, if you want to know what your competitor is doing in this stint, in his lap times, you don't really need to spectate him. You can just go to this app, find your split, find your race, and then just watch it from here. This is really, really good. You can do the same thing for, just management and picking the right tires, because this will show you that as well. This will show you some graphs with your laps and the competitors' laps. So all in all, it's a great tool. I think it will be improved even more in the future. If you're doing endurance racing, make sure you're using it. Next on the list is this tool called Season Summary, and it does basically what it says. It will make a summary for your season. And guys, by the way, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like or a subscribe. Helps the channel a lot. So what you have to do here is just put your season, put your name, and you will see a lot of stats that, number of races, the biggest strength of field you were involved, all kind of stuff. I know iRacing have something like this in their UI where you can see a season recap, but it's not as detailed as this. To be honest, I think iRacing should just have this as a feature, because it's a really cool way to just go back and remember what you did, even share it with your friends. So all in all, it's a fun tool. And I think you will, if you just want to remember the things that you did in the previous seasons, or you want to see your progress and track your journey in sim racing, that's going to be like the perfect tool. Now, the next one is a special one. I've used it in a lot of coaching sessions, and it allows you to just see any corner of any track, almost like in Google Street View. So you go, you choose your track configuration, and then you press take a walk. And what happens now is this. You can navigate the track like this, which is amazing, because sometimes you want to show some specific things, or to see some specific things. And instead of just going in the sim and just driving very slowly, you can do this easily from your web browser, which is really convenient. The only thing that I would like to see is like a top perspective, like a bird's eye view, because if you want to see a sequence of corners, it will be really helpful to see it from the top. So I think this will be like the only feature that if they will develop this will be an extremely important tool for coaching and also for just getting better for yourself. But all in all, you can play with it. I still think it has value as it is right now. And props to the developers that did this. It's not an easy work, and they did it for free. So for all these apps right here, if you want to support them, you can find on the respective website ways in which you can support these developers. Next on my list is iRacing League Directory. This is a great place for you to find new leagues. And if you didn't do any league racing in the past, you're missing big time. Racing in a league is such a cool experience, and on this website you can find basically all the major leagues, even new ones. So you have this big list that you can choose from, and you can see the drivers, the SOP of the league, the setup that they're using. You can see a lot of stuff. You can also filter. You can filter by sports car, the prototype. You can filter by largest leagues. And then if you click on their name, for example, it will take you to iRacing web, basically just making a request to join the league through iRacing. But some of these leagues also have a Discord link, and then you just arrive to their Discord and it's all good. So all in all, it's a great app, and if you're looking for a new league to race, or if you're enjoying a specific car but that car doesn't go into official races as often because it's not as popular, finding a league for that car will be huge, and I think this will be like the place to go if you're looking for a certain specific league. This is something that I think many of you are familiar with, but in case that you don't know about iRacing reports, it's a great website where you can see a lot of statistics. It's a lot more in depth than the other one that I've showed you, where you could just use the slider and see what lap time you should get. That doesn't have as many details, but it has that specific one with the iRating and the lap time, which makes it valuable. So on this website, you can see a lot more stats. You can pick a series, you can see the club distribution, the iRating distribution into that series. So it gives you a lot of info. It also gives you the popularity of all the series, how many drivers are racing. So it gives you a feel for what you should be expecting, especially if you're a rookie and, for example, you want to race F4. You see here that F4 is really popular, so it will be a great choice because you will have a lot of splits, you will have a lot of people to race against. So all in all, it gives you a lot of information with just some simple graphs. It also shows you the incidents per corner, which I think it's a cool metric because it's exactly as the number of drivers. You just give an idea about how racing is in that specific series. So you can see here the incident per corner, and you can just take some educated guess about how the racing will be there. You see, F4 have a bit more incidents than others. So all in all, there are statistics there. You can also see some season stats. You can see the participation in each week, which driver have done the best job in that week, the iRating distribution. They also have a bot, which most of the Discord servers use. My Discord servers use it as well. So if you're interested to see more statistics like that and more in-depth statistics, I would say this will be the website to go for. Last on my list is a content manager app. And I know in the past this was a lot more valuable, but even today, iRacing still doesn't do the perfect job of letting you know which series you can race with your existing content without you spending time going into each series individually. So this app is made specifically to address this quality of life feature. You will basically add all the cars that you own and all the tracks that you have. You do it one time, it will save it in the cookies, or you can register an account and you don't need to use cookies at all. It will be saved forever in your account. But once you add everything, the good thing after you do it is that you can see something like this. You can see all the series, and you can see for each series if you own everything. So for example, here when you see 12 out of 12, it means you own the car, you own the tracks, so you can race this series full for free. You don't need to buy something else. But if you see something like here with yellow, it means you just own 8 out of the 12 tracks and you don't own the car. So if you buy the car, you can race 8 weeks here. So this makes putting things into perspective a bit easier, because you know, okay, I will buy just this and then I can race for 8 weeks, or I already have everything in place. You see it instantly. You don't have to go series by series, which is very, very cool. And if you want to, you know, to get those tracks, you can put them to cart and it will simulate the cost that you will have in iRacing. So it's also good, because then now if you go into your cart, you will see the expected cost. But there's one more thing where I think this website is useful here. With this times raced this season, you can basically sort all the tracks and see what are the most popular one the current season, and at the beginning of the season you can make the decision to buy some tracks by looking at this. Same with the cars, because look, if you sort by cars and you sort by popularity, you will see that the Ferrari GT3 car is used in 10 series. So it's quite a smart choice to buy the Ferrari, because you can race it all around. So, you know, it gives you that decision making that you might need, you know, sometimes without spending more time than you need. So I think it's still a good tool. Probably iRacing will catch up to it, but until then, you can still use it. And now I want to end with a question for you. Imagine you would be in a position at iRacing to take the decision to bring one of these web tools to iRacing UI itself. Which one will be? What do you think is the coolest one, or which one do you think is going to be the most useful one? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you know about other tool, just let me know in the comment section below. And thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around. Looking forward to see you in the next one. Bye bye.